needs to tell us why we are still implementing the External Trade Act when we actually entered into the Common Market Protocol. Because the ministry has been licensing those fishing nets you are talking about. It's been the ministry, and the Minister of Trade, Honorable Bahati, is here. He needs to tell us, strengthening Uganda National Bureau of Standards is the responsibility of the Ministry of Trade. So the ministry should tell us where the challenges are, and then as Parliament, as a committee responsible, we need to see how we can sufficiently fund Uganda National Bureau of Standards to undertake their mandate. We as Parliament, we have a responsibility, but the larger responsibility lies with the minister in terms of the laws that we are using to license people to bring in nets when they are undersized, and also the conflict between the laws which became obsolete because of the Common Market Protocol, but which the minister continues to invoke.
Honorable Minister, yes, additional information.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We have had a discussion at the subcommittee of PACOB in charge of private sector competitiveness, where this matter was exhaustively discussed. UNBS, Madam Speaker and colleagues, is underperforming because of one, capacity. They have few people, they cannot perform the task. Secondly, the nature of their funding is a problem. Because when people who want the approval of the standards pay through URA and the money goes to a consolidated fund, the budget they have cannot finance the requirement that is out there. So as Parliament, we need to review this so that we can enable them to perform.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the matter you've raised is very important. Whereas Bureau of Standards wants to be supported, but we must also look at support to those who are consuming their services. Importers in this case. Madam Speaker, pre-shipment inspection is mandatory for any imports coming into the country. And for the reason that the National Bureau of Standards does not have the support that Honorable Katesha has talked about, we need to support them. We have importers bringing goods from various countries outside Uganda. But because you don't have agencies representing Bureau of Standards in those countries, they come with their goods here and they are instead penalized because they were not able to have pre-shipment inspection done. So we need to support them both in terms of capacity, in terms of resources, in order to allow trade to flow across board. I thank you very much.
Thank you. Jude.
Madam. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, the issue of certification is a fundamental issue because not only is it for persons coming with new products, but even existing products. And we've seen cases whereby after a product has been certified for 1 year, 1 year has expired, UNBs requires you not to put the product on the shelf until the certification has been renewed. Yet they take more than 3 months to renew their certification. And that means you cannot even export the product. You cannot even produce additional product for almost 3 months. I'm giving this from a personal experience. Secondly, Right Honourable Speaker, is on the mandate for Uganda National Bureau of Standards. According to the mandate, they said they regulate any item that is of a rubber material, and as a result of that, gloves and also condoms qualify under that, and an item of plastic material, and as a result of that, even syringes. Now, as a result of that, there is dual regulation, because National Drug Authority also has the mandate to regulate medicines and supplies, and they are doing regulation. So what is happening is that there is pre-import verification testing that is done for the gloves and the condoms by UNBS. Then it comes to NDA, again, tests are done. And there have been cases whereby one entity has passed the items, another entity has failed the items. It is very important that the Attorney General gives guidance and direction on which entity has the mandate to regulate items. And if there is need to amend the law, then we need to have this amendment, because this is something as a health committee has been raised as a concern to us by National Drug Authority. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, in line of UNBS, not only traders who are suffering, but even our local farmers, they are being challenged with fake agricultural inputs on the market, fake fertilizers, fake seeds. I remember you guided very well that the minister should bring a statement specifically on fake agricultural inputs. But as of now, the minister has never come back to one of that matter. So both ministers, for trade and for agriculture, they should prepare a statement in that line, because our farmers are making a lot of losses.